The weekly risk events for the week beginning the 20th of April 2015. As you can see, we're looking at Tuesday the 21st. This is probably one of the highlights of the week. We've got lots of data out this week. The overall theme of the markets at the moment is looking for deviations in the data. So we're not trading into any risk events at the moment. There's nothing really in terms of it being a solid trade opportunity. Very often I will trade into a risk event and position myself before the news is released. At the moment, there's so much volatility in the market, particularly with the pound, particularly with the dollar. That's not really possible. It's a little bit risky to do that. So the one event that stands out to me this week is the monetary policy meeting minutes from Australia. Now, the reason that's important is because you want to try and get an idea of what the RBA are talking about in their meetings, how they're making their decision, and ultimately whether or not they're thinking they need to cut their rates again or not. So at the moment, they're kind of sitting on their hands waiting to see how it goes, but the market's kind of got a sneaky feeling that the RBA could cut again at some point. The IRS market is pricing in last week a 56% chance that the RBA will cut in May. Okay, so it's basically 50-50. There's only a very, very slight edge that they will cut, but that's what the market are thinking. The debate is whether they will cut or not. It's not whether it will be a hike or a cut. It's definitely going to be a cut, but is it going to happen in the next few months? Or are the RBA going to hold back? So that's the question. Now, these minutes will help us answer that question. So Stevens is speaking just before, so we want to listen to what he says. We also want to look at what's in these minutes and how does that set the tone for Australian dollar over the coming week. This could set the tone and it could get the Australian dollar rallying or falling depending on what happens. So this is highlight for me for the week. This is what you want to pay close attention to. And to get that decision, it's about when the RBA